and welcome to Small Biz Evolution. I'm Khaka Ngcofe. In an era marked by rapid technological advancement, the digitalization of businesses has become a necessity. Joining me in studio to speak more on digital infrastructure and how it empowers SMEs is Kearabetswe Tlhoaele, Chief Commercial Officer at Killaabee Creative Agency. Kia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Kaka.
Kia, let's jump straight to it. What role does digital marketing infrastructure play in helping e-commerce SMEs compete in the market?
I would say technology and digitization has actually made it more possible for people to be able to own and run businesses. It's opened up the opportunity of creating products through technology much more accessible, and I think because of this, we now have a lot of young people that are able to trade online and actually, start a livelihood through some sort of digital or technological products and services.
Kia, we've seen a rapid growth in township economy and the potential, but there's a slow transition when it comes to adopting digital infrastructure. In your opinion, how can we fast track that? The one most important thing is access to the internet, and through one of the companies that I founded 6 years ago called Buzz.net, which is one of the, most promising ISPs right now, we have actually made that our mission. We've made sure that we're the cheapest in terms of most digital products. It's very difficult for us to compete with the big guys, However, we ensure that we prioritize the people more than we prioritize our profit. So part of the solutions to making that possible is making sure that more and more people have access to the internet. And let's touch on your journey. Your entrepreneurial journey reflects resilience, innovation, and adaptability. But how did you penetrate the market, also helping SMEs navigate digital marketing?
I think we penetrated the market by focusing on education, right? It's technology is still a new thing in South Africa, and I think over the past 5 years, it's rapidly grown, and we've just focused our communication mostly on educating people about these products and services so that they understand what they are and why they need them, because sometimes people don't know why they need certain things, only to find out that that's probably the one thing that will propel them from where they are now to the next level.
Looking at the unemployment rate, we are living in an era where young people are encouraged to turn business into financial growth. We've seen fintech startups, accredited spas shops, and also various industries grow. What do young entrepreneurs really need to scale in today's economy?
I always try not to mention money. I always try because I built my business with no funding. I've been able to build 3 businesses without any form of funding. And, for me to say to young people that they need to be strategic is a little bit unfair. But I could say that, yes, young people do need access to capital. That's still a very important thing. However, whilst you're waiting for that, find creative ways of providing solutions to your community. Build a community around your brand, build a community around your product or your service, so that you can allow for the community to help you fund your startup and use that as a stepping stone to then scale.
I like that you say that you must find creative ways to provide solutions to your community, but I'd like us to touch at what are some of the advantages of that SMEs can gain from adopting e-commerce platforms, considering the surge in cybercrime and data breaches?
Well, let me start with the advantages. The first advantage is that
once you have an online platform that allows for you to sell any product or service, that opens you up to a larger market, right? And the beauty about it is that it's less costly to set up an e-commerce platform compared to getting a building or renting a retail space in a mall or whatever the case might be. However, yes, it's very important for you to also bear in mind that, you know, cybercrime is now rife in our country as well, because, you know, South Africa is growing a little bit quicker than some of the African countries when it comes to technology. However, always ensure that you use reputable payment gateways, you know, to transact on your platform. Do not take chances. Always make sure that you do your research, and whatever payment platform that you use or you adapt onto your platform is one which is credible and has been vetted.
And doing research is always key. Hey, thank you so much for joining us.
Very, very, very much. You can't do anything without doing research and understanding it. I always say, when I started my business, I had to know everything. I had to know accounting. I'm not an accountant, but give me books now and I'll do them for you. You know, I had to almost understand every aspect of running the business, and I could only do that by empowering myself with information through research.
Well, Gia, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have to leave it there.
Thank you.
That was Kearabetswe Tlhoaele, Chief Commercial Officer at Killaabee Creative Agency. Until next time, goodbye.